Hello, the web novel guy is here. In this video, I'm bringing you 5 web novels with cold and ruthless protagonists. Before we start, please like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Now, let's begin the video. 1. Transmigrated into a regret flow story. Starting with 100 pulls, pure satisfaction. What happens when a fallen child of destiny gets a second chance and a gotcha system to back him up? The moment Tang King Mo opens his eyes, he finds himself transmigrated into a parallel world, into the body of a so-called rich young master who's beaten senseless by his own biological sister. But this time, things don't go the way they used to. Tang King Mo doesn't endure humiliation. He strikes back hard, gifts her 100 blows, and awakens a mysterious gotcha system that changes everything. Only then does he learn the cruel truth. The original owner of this body was once a true child of destiny, an orphan with peerless talent, cherished by his master and 7 senior sisters, and later doted on by his wealthy parents and sisters. But after his fortune was stolen by a fake young master and a treacherous junior brother, he fell from grace, became an outcast, and was tortured to cut all ties with everyone who betrayed him. Now, with Tang King Mo in control, mercy is off the table. When the system reveals that both the lottery and the restoration of the heavenly Tao require regret points, Tang King Mo grins. Making people regret their actions? That's easy. Beating them until they regret it still counts, right? Insulted by family, framed by sect members, bullied and humiliated, he deals with it the simplest way possible, on the spot. His rule is ruthless and clear, an eye for an eye, paid back 100-fold. As regret points pour in endlessly, even the system is left speechless. What unfolds is a dark, explosive revenge fantasy, packed with face-slapping, karmic retribution, twisted justice, and a protagonist who refuses to forgive, forget, or hold back. They say I cultivate demonic arts, and the slander has come true. 300 years ago, Gu Chongsheng stepped onto the imperial road and slaughtered his way through an entire generation of geniuses. In the end, under the coercion of the mysterious woman in red, he agreed to her 3 conditions and seized the fate seed for his sect, becoming a legendary figure overnight. But legends don't always get happy endings. When fate backlash struck and his cultivation was completely destroyed, Gu Chongsheng didn't receive gratitude or protection. Instead, he was framed by his own junior martial brothers and sisters for cultivating demonic arts. His honored master personally sent him to the heavenly punishment platform, where he was sentenced to endure 9-fold thunder punishment. Everyone believed he would die. What none of them knew was that a terrifying demonic treasure lay hidden within his Dan-Si. Surviving the impossible, Gu Chongsheng withdrew from the Insemel sect and chose a path no one dared to walk. Cultivating both Imsemel and demon arts and wielding unparalleled swordsmanship, he clawed his way back up, ascending once more to the peak of the mortal realm. When news of his return spread, his honored master and former junior sisters were thrown into complete panic. Unfortunately for them, remorse came far too late. What awaited them wasn't forgiveness, but the total annihilation of both body and soul. This web novel delivers a dark, intense revenge saga packed with ruthless cultivation, sect betrayal, demonic secrets, and a protagonist who rises from betrayal to absolute dominance. Delayed affection is cheaper than grass. Why cry when I depart? Shumo has undergone rebirth and returned to the wealthy confines of the Shu family estate. In his previous life, despite being the true-born heir, he found himself with distant parents and indifferent sisters within the Shu household. This environment eventually led to his untimely demise from a heart attack while hospitalized. Instead of him, the whole family showered affection on an adopted son. Despite this, he spared no effort in trying to win the favor of his parents and 6 sisters, only to be met with disdain. He endured slander, false accusations, scolding for perceived lack of etiquette, and verbal abuse, all in the name of familial love. However, in this new life, he suddenly realized the need to prioritize his own well-being. Thus, he cut ties, departed from the family, and forged his own path. Yet, as his parents and relatives witnessed his departure without hesitation, they belatedly recognized their disregard for their blood-related younger brother. Affection, like worthless weeds, blooms too late. I have severed familial bonds, so why do you now come to plead with me in vain? In this web novel, you'll witness the MC taking revenge on his family members one by one. It's not a slow burn because of pacing, it's because his revenge is so thorough and merciless that you might actually start to feel pity for those he targets. But then you remember what they did to him in his past life, and that pity disappears instantly. This is a dark and intense revenge story that pulls no punches. If you're into powerful revenge plots with satisfying payback, this web novel will not disappoint. I refused to take in those ungrateful disciples again, and now they're crying to be accepted. Ye Chen had 10 female disciples. They had poor talent, were born with demonic bones, and bleak futures. Seeing their pitiful state, Ye Chen took them in as disciples, used rare heavenly treasures to cleanse their marrow and reform their bones, and improved their aptitude. He nurtured them into empresses renowned across the 8 wastelands. What Ye Chen hadn't expected was that at the critical moment of his closed-door cultivation, he was stabbed in the back by those very disciples. On the verge of death, Ye Chen personally killed those 10 ungrateful wolf pupils. When he awakened again, Ye Chen discovered that both he and the 10 female disciples had been reborn. He was still the elder of the sect, and the 10 female disciples had yet to begin their cultivation. Didn't they hate him for meddling too much and refuse any involvement with him? In this life, even if you kneel to death before him, he will never take in ungrateful wolves as disciples again. Only after losing Ye Chen's help did the 10 female disciples finally realize how difficult cultivation was. Recognizing their own uselessness, their mental defenses completely crumbled.
After my heart turned cold and I divorced my wife, I rose as the strongest prince of Great Feng Empire. After transmigrating into an alternate historical world, Ning Kui chose a quiet life in the shadows, secretly supporting his wife Lin Shanhong and helping her rise to fame as a revered divine doctor known across the land. He gave her everything: status, reputation, and an unshakable foundation for success. What he never expected was her cruelty. To save her so-called white moonlight, Lin Shanhong heartlessly used the child in her womb as a medicinal ingredient. In that moment, Ning Kui's love died. If a woman's heart can't be warmed, then she's no longer worth holding on to. With calm grace and ruthless decisiveness, Ning Kui waved his sleeve, left behind divorce papers, and walked away without a single trace of regret. But that was only the beginning. Inheriting his title as a prince, he recalled his former subordinates and stepped back into the world of power. Internally, he reformed the court to benefit the people. Externally, he launched relentless campaigns to the south and north, unifying the entire divine continent under his banner. From a betrayed husband in the shadows to an emperor ruling from above. When Lin Shanhong finally collapsed in regret, crying, "I was wrong, I know I was wrong," Ning Kui only sneered coldly. "It's not that you realize you are wrong, it's that you realize you're about to die."
This is a cold, decisive power fantasy filled with political dominance, emotional catharsis, ruthless justice, and a protagonist who never looks back. That's all for this list. If you want any specific type of web novel recommendation video, leave a comment in the comments section. See you in the next video.